I'm gonna say a word or two words, and you just give me your first response. First thing that comes to your mind. All right? Vegan.
No.
Aliens.
Aliens?
Yeah. I
Real.
know you've been doing yoga. Well, you got introduced to yoga about like 10 years ago, right? And I read that you've been really into it since 2013, around the time when you had your daughter. You said you were doing some prenatal and natal yoga. And then you said something that was very interesting. You said that yoga helped you through the postpartum phase. Can you speak on that? How did it help you? Because I think that would help a lot of women, right? A lot of people go through that. Even men. I wouldn't even say just women. Even men. When your lady has a baby, you feel it as well, right? You feel what she feels. She makes sure you feel it, right? She makes sure you feel it. So tell me how that helped you. What did you do? What were some of the things that you took from yoga to help you get through that time?
I feel like yoga in itself helped me to build confidence. After I had my daughter, my confidence was shot. My confidence was already horrible before I got pregnant.
Okay.
And after having a baby, your body changes so much. And that was a huge game changer for me. I was still very young. So
Okay.
everyone around me was like still in their prime and partying and having fun. And I'm worried about like my boobs sagging, and I have like this weird belly flap now. Yoga helped me to understand changes in the body. It helped me to appreciate my body for like what it was capable of doing, growing a whole human. And not only that, but like the goals I set for myself in my yoga practice, that helped me realize how strong and how able I was.
Gotcha.
And then not only just that, not only just the physical aspect, but the mental aspect as well was just vast.
Yeah. Very
Breath
fast.
work, meditation, just that time I spent with myself on my mat was like, it was like a realization, almost like a sense of enlightenment of just understanding who I was to the core, rather than, I guess, picking myself apart from the outside. Just focusing from the inside and then learning to love myself all the way out to the outside.
Right? Can you talk about self-esteem issues, where they may come from, where that may stem from, and how important it is to stay disciplined in your yoga or disciplined in whatever your spiritual discipline is, whether it's meditation, whatever it is, how that helped you overcome your self-esteem, and where does the self-esteem issues maybe stem from?
I feel my self-esteem issues personally stemmed from having like a very abusive childhood.
Okay.
And then also horrible relationships I was in.
Okay.
So I just constantly would beat up myself. I'm always the issue. Something is wrong with me, not liking myself, not liking how I look, how I talk, how I sound, whatever. And I feel that just like kind of added on top of each other, and then also horrible anxiety. And then the situation I was in at the time when I was pregnant made it even worse, just not being happy. I feel like yoga was such a good outlet for me because it was something that I could control and see the good come out of it based on my goals. So I set, look, when I first started, I wasn't flexible or anything. I didn't know what was going to come out of the practice, but it was something that when I got on the mat, I just felt like I had to be there, because after each practice, it gave me so much more energy to like love myself and appreciate the strengths that I had that I didn't think that I had. Like I just always thought of myself as someone who was just weak and just not capable, and yoga gave me something to be proud of. So I think that's where it helped with the self-esteem and the confidence. And then even the whole with me practicing on the beach was a huge thing. Like you wouldn't really catch me in a bikini like that, let alone moving around in a bikini. So to be able to have that space where, I could practice and love my body and love myself just created more self-confidence. I just helped that self-esteem just iron
On
itself
that
out.
yoga teach us a lot of self-responsibility. So to, even like you said, from bad relationships and things, allowing you to really tune into yourself and find your happiness from within, find your self-esteem from within, and not really searching from outside entities to give us that self-esteem, right? So I appreciate that. One other thing, so
care of my body. I also practice yoga. I understand the spirituality of it. I don't have to fit myself in a box in order to practice yoga. You can still be yourself.
yeah, that's one thing I say. I get a very authentic vibe from you. Like, you're always dancing, you're doing something. Like, have you ever seen the memes? Like, I'll say namaste and I'll say F you. It is like, that's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
And I feel
That's
like
you.
it's so, like, I even look back at when I first joined Instagram. I felt like I had to fit myself in a box. I felt like I had to only use Osho and Buddha quotes and, never curse and always play the music that other teachers are playing. But I think after a while, I got so tired of putting up that facade, that mask. I was like, fuck that. Like, if I want to play soca in my yoga classes, I will do so. If I want to curse because that's me, I want to do so. It doesn't change the fact that I am a genuine person. I practice yoga. I love yoga. And I feel like that has attracted a lot of people to my retreats, because I feel like it does scare people when they want to start yoga. They feel like you have to be a certain type of person in order to practice yoga. But as we've westernized yoga, everyone only cares about asana. But pranayama is key to growth in your practice, like on and off the mat. If you're not breathing, you're not doing yoga.
Awesome. Since you said I have a book, I'm gonna send you over the digital pages of a book. It's called The Breath Book, and it's about ancient Egyptian breathing. They call it Samay, right? It's called The Full Science of Breathing. It's like a 3-part yoga breathing, the full yoga breath, but it's called Samay, and it's just a different outlook coming from our ancestors on that one. That's a book. It's a book I've been reading on quarantine, so I'm gonna send that over to you. Anything else you have to say? Anything you want to say before we go? Anything you want to let the people know? Anything on your heart that you just want to let people know? Maybe something about managing through quarantine. Last words?
I want people to just, don't let anyone pressure you into being, productive, quote unquote productive.